Hello, Score citizens. You are welcome to another beautiful episode of the Premier League preview show on Score City, where passion meets purpose. My name is Adeda Mola, and beautiful, plenty, exciting matches to watch out for in the English Premier League. It's match day 33. Just 6 matches to go, and we will finally find out who will be the champions, who will be getting relegated, and those that will be making it for Europe. Well, there are some teams here that we're looking at that their chances of making Europe are not sure, and they'll be facing off against each other. Please welcome me as I call on my fellow gladiators and colleagues in this beautiful sporting show, Miss Day and Elizabeth. Miss Day, what's up?
If you want tackle me, they tackle me straight. You know they go through corners.
Which one is through corners now?
There are some teams that this thing is not.
I'm
if you
just
want
doing my
call out,
introduction.
no.
I'm
If
just
you
doing
want
my
to
introduction.
banter me directly. Anyway, welcome guys. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to be here again.
Elizabeth, a team that looks as if every day is a bottle for them. You can actually tell them that they are a bottling company already.
In fact, I'm tensed already.
You are tensed already.
I'm tensed.
Why should you be tense? If God be for you, can be against you.
Pep Guardiola can be against me.
Quickly, let's go straight to the point. Manchester United are playing and they are going to the home of Chelsea, the Stamford Bridge. Will Manchester be United, or we are going to see Stamford Bridge falling down? Mide, Liam Rossino against Michael Carrick. How will I say it? Two learners on the job. Michael Carrick and Liam Rossino. Who are you picking as your favorite?
Well, none of them is my favorite. I have to be honest with you. None of them is my favorite, and for obvious reasons, we need to. The game needs experience, and this is what is lacking at the highest level right now. What we have, like I always say, potentials that are not, potentials are good, but at this point of for Chelsea and some certain big teams, we need more than potential. We need that experience. We need to do the right thing, like get it right. And right now, it doesn't look like we're getting it right. And getting straight into the game. Yeah, it is 3rd versus 6th, 55 points for United and 40 for Chelsea. And that is right about, is it now how many points is that? 48?
7.
7 points, yeah, 7 points, 7 point gap. 7 point gap, it is not unassailable, quite all right, but it is still something that Manchester United have the better prospect right now, because I think their own schedule is even kinder than that of Chelsea. The running now for both teams, it's not looking like Chelsea will have it funny going away to St. James's Park. I don't know. Welcome Newcastle to Stamford Bridge. Having I've forgotten the I think Brighton or so. So Chelsea too have a lot of big games coming up, and they cannot afford any slip up. And let's not forget that there's starting Liverpool. They're the start of the Champions League now, and their main focus will probably be on that Premier League,
finishing on the air in the Premier League,
given the kind of season they have endured throughout. Now Chelsea against Manchester City.
Against Manchester United.
Sorry.
No, it's PTSD. PTSD.
After coming from a 3-0 loss.
PTSD. I can relate. You know, where I beat it so much, you cannot forget your position.
All right.
It is sounding.
No worry. Now get that one. Anyway, Chelsea against Man U. It's hard to call because both teams are currently under the weather, or call it that way. Both teams are sick right now. They are not getting results. Both teams just lost their last game, both at home, and they lost. And I just don't know. I don't see. They are evenly matched, even though United, over the course of head-to-head, are doing far better than Chelsea. We have been on the winning side.
But what's the far better?
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Game?
Like head-to-head, Manchester United have actually beaten
1-3.
3 wins, 2 wins, 5
wins
draws.
and 5 draws.
Yes, but
That's been an even game.
See, I won't say it's an even game, because I usually follow. I watch this fixture every year, and I know that
No, we don't
no matter
watch. We listen.
how bad United are, they always find a way against Chelsea. No matter how good Chelsea play.
Mide, you are
they
writing
always-
up your team.
I'm not writing off my team. I said both are on the same. They are the same. The identical form right now. So it is not basically about. You cannot easily call out an outright winner. It can actually swing both ways. That's just my point. That it can actually swing both ways. You can say Chelsea will win and Man U will surprise you, and you can say this is a foregone conclusion. Man U will just beat them, and Chelsea will just surprise you. So it's a battle of two mediocre teams. Right?
Elizabeth, we've seen more draws in this match than most big teams when they play each other. Should we just go and expect a draw again?
Well, to be very honest, I would want to agree with you. If you look at the way the two of them have been, just like Mene pointed out, they've been, under the weather. They've not been performing. The Carrick football is trying to, he's looking like we're trying to see its true colors right now with the run of form, the losses, the draws and all of that. But this game, the fact that two of them are fighting for that Europe spot, it will want to play part in this game. For Chelsea, there is home advantage, though it has not been counting for them lately because, Chelsea have been comme ça. I still see them not trying to give it up for anybody. Nobody wants to lose to anybody. So I'm still going to agree with the draw. It's going to end in a draw for me.
Then another thing, just to add to,
let
me. I forgot to add this one because I said they are both identical. 57 goals for United, 53 goals for Chelsea. United conceding 45, Chelsea conceding 41. You can imagine how close. So that is why I said this game is, maybe primed for a draw. Maybe I think this game is primed for a draw. But
definitely.
I see somebody.
Any losing of 3 points for Chelsea right now.
Yes, Chelsea cannot afford to miss any points now.
Let them forget top 4 or top 5. Safe.
Even
Man, you can still afford to lose this game, but Chelsea must not. Mide, hope you know that.
Of course, Chelsea even
cannot.
With Chelsea winning, it takes them 51 points. Still 4 points ahead of Manchester United.
But Liverpool, close to the top 5.
Liverpool
with 5 matches to go.
And then with Liverpool, 1 game in hand because Liverpool is Aston Villa rather with 1 game in hand for Aston Villa because currently Aston Villa is on 55.2. Do you get me? So should they win, it takes them back to around 8 points or so, 7 points. So this is what I meant by they need to, as much as Chelsea need to win this game, Manchester United too, they need to do something.
Okay, let's look at the battle in midfield. In midfield for Chelsea, you have Caicedo, and Dos Santos, and Cole Palmer. Like those are the most important players. While for Manchester United, we have Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, and Ugarte. The question is, which of these midfield is the better between Manchester United and Chelsea?
Currently, I would want to prefer the Manchester United trio. That midfield has been solid. And if you look at the combinations of Casemiro and then Bruno, they've produced 6 goals already with that combination. Yeah. And then looking at Chelsea's midfield, without Enzo Fernandez in that midfield, is looking...
I think Enzo Fernandez should be back in this match.
We hope so, though they've given us that rumor that he's back in training with the boys, and let's hope he play this game. Right now, let's forget what is happening in the media. They need that guy in that midfield. He knows how to partner very well with Caicedo in that place. So I feel like for now, based on how the run of form has been going, I still want to bank with the Casemiro, Kobe Mino, which I pray it will be available, and then Bruno.
Mide, let me ask, having Enzo Fernandez back, is it a plus for Chelsea?
Well, for somebody that is statistically Chelsea's best attacking player this season, it's no brainer. It's a straightforward answer. You always want to have your best players available, and it will be in a way instrumental to Chelsea doing anything in that game. With his late runs into the box, like Lizzie said. Though I don't really agree with the part where he plays better with Caicedo. I think they are not actually very, very compatible. But in a way, we have Chelsea. Let me just say Chelsea in general has found a way of actually making good use of Enzo, because when he is partnering Caicedo at the base of the midfield, there's always chaos and there's always problems. So right now, I'll still believe that he's still one of Chelsea's best player and he would impact the game.
Okay, in last 5 matches, Chelsea have had 4 losses, just 1 win. If Chelsea eventually lose this match, should we say fire on the mountain for Chelsea?
There has been fire on the mountain already.
Oh, It's just how big the fire is.
Yeah, exactly. Are you turning a small fire into an inferno?
A fairy furnace.
So that is where the problem is. And for Liam Rossino now, it is high time that he get off his high horses and do what is needed for the team. You know, maybe ultimately he doesn't have it, but we cannot find out now until probably end of the season where we'll see.
Is there anything to find out again from
Liam Rossino?
No,
I was going to ask him. I didn't just want to interrupt.
Yes, find out in this, not in terms of in terms of
5
position.
Premier League matches, 4 losses.
In terms of position on the log. You know, once the season, we'll see where he is. Then I think the assessment will be done there.
Where was Chelsea before Liam Rossino came in?
I think Chelsea was around 4th or so.
Where is
And where are
Chelsea?
they
Where's
now?
Chelsea now?
They are 6th.
Are you going up or coming down?
You see, that is why I said Chelsea at some point. No, Chelsea has been up and down this season. Do you get me? So they have been up and down. When he came, he got a good run of result and all of that. So in the last 5 games now, it has been a contrasting eating for Liam Rossino now with what he had at the very beginning. So what I'm saying is that this guy needs to show more. Like, and by the end of the season, we'll know if he's actually worthy of that position.
Plenty explanation, no results. Like you say, I always use your words against you. When it mattered the most, Liam Rossino has failed to show up in the matches that matter the most. And this is another match that is very, very important.
Damola,
Failed to win that match.
Professor Liam, he has opened all his books, all his textbooks.
He's always jotting, always writing.
And then he has not been able to bring up any tangible thing from all what he has in his textbook.
Right.
I don't think he has anything left that we've not seen. He has
start
shown us
my-
everything
I
and
will
he's
restart
poor.
my
That's just the
clapback
word.
until
For
May.
Liam, everything about that guy is poor.
Yes,
Let's face the
I agree
reality.
with you. But I'll be keeping my club back until May.
Please go ahead.
All right.
And let's see where you'll be by May.
There's a popular literature book that says, Uncle, call this boy calls you father. Things fall apart. What a beautiful bad thing you are saying at Chelsea right now. The Chelsea that I know will not be comfortable sitting 6th or 7th.
We are
Premier
not
League,
comfortable.
6 matches to go.
Yes.
That one does not concern me. You people are very, very... Yeah, it's good. At least you should have a taste of...
How it is.
You know what it is to be...
To be what?
To be where, you know...
They are not used to it somehow.
I just want to laugh.
Don't forget that they've been used to it recently. You know, finishing out of the top 4, finishing 8, using conference league, whatever to rub body.
Do good.
See,
Do
let's
good.
it's not as if
Alright.
they've been doing any
Alright.
better.
Tottenham versus Brighton. This is one other important match for Tottenham. Tottenham 30 points, 18th on the log. Midi, how many coaches will Tottenham sack until they get to the promised land?
Tottenham, I think a lot of people will bash me for this, but I think they sort of struck a gold.
Sorry,
Let
me ask you this question. It's quite funny. For most clubs, when the chips are down, they go back to the academy to pick players. We've seen it happen with Barcelona. We've seen it happen with Manchester United. One of the worst eras of Arsene Wenger was banking on players from the academy. Are you saying that Tottenham does not have an academy?
They do, but like I always ask, once you are not known for something, their academy is not known to produce players.
Just scrap it.
Well, for whatever reasons, they
Why
have
not
kept
make
it
use of
idle.
what you have first? You don't have anything to lose. You're
Because
already fighting the relegation
most
battle.
of their players, the excuse you want to give them is that their players have been injured.
Yes.
But you have an academy. You play in the Premier League division, whatever.
Even Archie from the academy.
Why not use your academy players?
Go there.
Academy
They don't have
players.
anything to fight for.
You see, it's easier to say use academy players when it's on your team is on the rise, because the what do you call it, the overall spirit in the team will rub off them. You don't want to put too much pressure on young players, and when they lose confidence, you lose money on investment, because once you lose for confidence and they are not doing well, you are not able, and they are not doing good for your team, and you want to get them out of the team, then you are in a limbo, because there's no way you are going to get off that player, even though it will bring profit. But what about the years of investment, trainings, and everything they have put in, the money, the coaches, and everything? So for me, just like what is happening with Masdoma at Arsenal, as good as he is, we know that sometimes he should be starting games, but there's a reason why young players are being protected.
Arsenal have players that can do the job.
No,
immediately.
yeah, that is what I'm saying. Like they
Does
have,
Tottenham have players that will do the job?
They don't have.
they have players.
Where
Yeah,
are they?
They have players.
We said it the same time. Where are they?
it's just as simple as that.
I don't want to believe Tottenham doesn't have the player, at least to make out a mid-table. As bad as it is, as bad as bad, I am expecting Tottenham to at least be mid-table. Even if it will be a very bad season, I'm expecting them to be mid-table, and they have the players to.
How much will Tottenham miss Cristiano Romero in this match?
A lot, because I think he's one of their best player this season. He has been solid for them defensively, though they've been conceding goals, but he has been solid for them. And it's not just Tottenham that will miss him. I mean, he has the World Cup ahead of him.
With Argentina.
Yes, with Argentina. So and he's very instrumental for that Argentine side too. So it's not just only Tottenham that will miss him. I just pray he recovers before the World Cup, because he's very instrumental for.
He cannot recover.
Imagine. So let's look at it. So it's going to be a great miss for them. And he's one of those players. He's one of those players that still boost up confidence on the pitch with the ball, off the ball. So it's going to be a great miss for them.
Midi, Tottenham wanted to sign Eberechi Eze, but they ended up with Xavi Simons. For those of us, those that have been with football over the couple of years, we all know Xavi Simons was a child prodigy from Barcelona to PSG, PSG to PSV. He has been the journeyman kind of. What's the problem with Xavi Simons at Tottenham? He was actually touted to bring something, but nothing so far. Can he redeem himself with this last set of matches in the Premier League?
No, this is not a. I think the problem with Xavi is not down to talent.
No, don't put Xavi. If you say Xavi, people think that
Exactly, Xavi Simons.
Please call the name completely.
We all know Xavi Hernandez is retired and is a manager.
Okay.
He's no more playing.
Okay.
So what I meant is, Xavi Simons is not somebody. The problem with him is not down to talent. It's about how the platform you give your players.
So a good player in a bad team.
Exactly. Right now, that is the problem. In fact, in so many games this season, he has shown flashes of brilliance. You know that that is clear enough to know that
Tottenham signing to show flashes of brilliance.
See, like I said, you're as good as your team. The same thing goes for the manager. You're as good as your team. You can imagine, even if Almighty Ronaldo come to that team. Ronaldo was at Manchester United.
I want to take exception. When Manchester United was down, Bruno was still performing. The only thing is just that, yes, the team is bad right now.
Bruno is an experienced, seasoned.
That's what I'm saying. So when you mentioned Ronaldo, that's why I brought it.
No, Ronaldo
that you can't bring Ronaldo. You can't compare Ronaldo's effectiveness.
As good as Ronaldo is, he came to that league and into that team and had issues. Yes, he scored and he showed brilliance, but at the same time, he was not optimal. You cannot say the same Ronaldo you have seen
at what age?
That is my point. Regardless of age, once you have it, you have it. Do you get me? Once you have it, you have it. Now, this guy came into a Tottenham team that is bereft of the mentality in that squad is not good enough. Every top manager that have been to that squad.
Let me invite this question. Did the frequent manager changes did they affect Xavi Simons?
I won't say yes. In a way, it will affect him because, like every other player too, he cannot be chopping and changing every 6 months and you expect team to gel, because this team needs it's a new team. They need time to gel and to continue. The continuity is very, very key for players, especially young players in their formative years when they want to break out and become something. So Xavi Simons right now is experiencing that Spurs should I say Spurs virus. He has been infected with the Xavi Simons we saw at Leipzig last season was good. It was showing even at PSG. PSG at some point were reluctant to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
They had to come to an agreement with Leipzig. So what I'm saying is that this guy has shown for somebody to for a team like PSG to want to retain you. It shows he went to PSV. He actually did his thing. As I think at that point, Arsenal was even looking at him. So if he's that bad, big teams will not be looking at him. So now what my point is that I am not saying he should not be shouldering some blame, because there are some games that he has some bad games, quite alright. But I think having the right platform would actually give players the right tool. When you have the right tool, you'll be able to perform. And if you're not having the tools, then what's the sense of going there? So, but my only concern is that once he knew that this club, he should have done his due diligence, because this club is not looking like a club that can actually give him what he wants.
For all the blames you want to put on the Tottenham Hotspur coaches or the coaches that have come into Tottenham Hotspur, you also have to at least pass a couple of blames to the players too.
Yes, I said it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to round off. You look at the caliber of players I have at Tottenham. You have Richarlison, you have Dominic Solanke, there's a random Kolomwani, a World Cup finalist.
There's even Kudus.
There is Conor Gallagher, there is Gray. You have Xavi Simons.
Yeah, Begval,
you have Udogie, you have Pedro Porro.
A lot.
These are players that normally on a very good day, they
should be a good team. That is the point I'm saying, that mentality. The mentality of that team.
They need to, at this point, decide that they want to play in the Premier League next season. It's not even about whether the coach is good. I say something that you look at some caliber of players and you feel like even without a coach,
you should know what to do.
Coach, you should know what to do. There's this popular, yes, in terms of quality, it might not be the same. I remember the famous coach of the Brazilian team that won the 2002 World Cup. He said he went into the Brazilian national team dressing room. He saw the likes of Ronaldo, Kaká, Roberto Carlos, Gilberto Silva. So most of them Ballon d'Or winners. And I said, what else do you have to tell these players? Because these players, they are winners.
They should know what to do. They are
There's the mentality of we go in here, we do our thing. Whether the coaches, they will not.
Even from your speech would give the
these players I believe that even if it is an academic coach that is coaching them, they have enough in them to be able to do something.
Exactly.
They should not.
Mentality.
These guys are any money now. It's not as if they are paid £10,000. It's some of them
you have a contract that whenever you go, you score goals, you have match bonus, you have goal bonus, everything. They should actually play for the badge. That's why I was making, when we did the review of the Arsenal Bournemouth, I mentioned that the fact that these players need to take accountability for what they've done. You were bought to come and do something. You saw the state of Tottenham before joining them. Especially these Matites, the Kolomani, those new guys that joined them in the summer. You saw the state of the club. So why not just make an impact? I'm not saying carry the whole blame, carry the shoulder, the whole team.
Do something. You give your all.
Make impact. Let people see that, yes, this player stand out in this particular game.
Well, like I always say, sometimes you do your best. Sometimes your best is just not enough for what you want to do. Like I said, always remember to follow us on all our social media pages as Score City NG, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. YouTube as Score City NG.